Hey guys, Star Killer here, and I've done a bit of research and I figured out how to do this puzzle, so let's get going here. Look at that guy on the far right there. He's standing right opposite that Pokeball item, and he's just waiting for you to go get it yourself. Oh, that's a trap if it is, if I've ever seen one. But why doesn't he pick it up? Because obviously the player's gonna steal it. That's just really silly. Oh, I need some water. I'm so thirsty in this dark cave. Thirsty, I'm alone and cold. I want to ask the cool trainers for directions, but they're not gonna help me. The birds are chirping outside. It's a nice, lovely, warm day, which is never warm around these parts. It's always raining or snowing or cold or foggy, which I like. It actually energizes me. This type of weather makes me depressed. The sun makes me depressed. So you usually see me all energetic on rainy days. So you'd notice that. But yeah, I'm really tired. Why did I even do commentary when I'm really tired? But hopefully it's good enough. Just go with the flow, as I always say. So we got another trainer coming up. So they're all anyone who gets to this point is a very powerful trainer. None of them are still good enough to challenge the Elite Four and win, but apparently the only one person to do that is a 10-year-old. I've noticed there on my screen the emulator is sort of out of position by a fraction, half a fraction, but I'll get away with it. I'm not the most professional, as you can see, but I do try my best with what I have. I don't have the best equipment. This is a very old laptop. It's about 8 years old. So I work with what I have. And there is a lot of YouTubers out there who actually manage to make it and do so well. Get a good fan base by just, their commentary and just quantity of their content, really. People just seem to like their personality, and that shines through. One guy I can think of, which you can always mention in that case, is Leroy. He didn't have the best. He didn't even have a layout for most of his Let's Plays. I don't even think he had a layout for one of his Let's Plays. And he's still just talking, even recording from a camera. Forget about like this. Recording from a camera and just filming on his DS was still good enough to get so popular. It's wow, and that was still quite recently. That was only a few years ago, guys. Leroy seems to have hanged up his boots, but who knows? Maybe he'll come back. I doubt it. Maybe for another year he'll come back, just for a special. Because why leave all your fans hanging? At least upload once every 4 months. That's not really much to ask. Just a special episode. You don't have to do a whole walkthrough. So I don't agree. I really don't agree with his long absence, unless he's living homeless or something, but I don't know. Apparently he's in university. That makes sense that he's not uploading then if he's in university, because, if you're living in a dorm or something, you're never going to get any time to do videos with so much background noise. People telling you to party and all that, at least that's a stereotype. I think I'm just going to speed this here up so the volume might get out of sync. I just had enough and I just thought, whatever, we're going to speed up. I think. Ugh, shiny Eradicate, wow. Seriously, that was just out of the blue. Never expected a shiny Eradicate. Never expected a shiny. I was just training, and then I go and get a shiny Pokemon. Had to catch it. It was actually close to fainting. Although the shiny Pokemon of my choice wouldn't be Eradicate, it would be something else. But you have to pick with what you're given, which I'm rarely given shiny Pokemon. Sometimes I hunt for shiny. Sometimes I do the Masuda method in the Gen 6 games, but apart from that, it's just chance. Of course, you got the infamous Red Gyarados in the Gen 2 games and the Heart Gold Soul Silver remake. So, man, those Heart Gold and Soul Silver, I still think they're the best remakes. Even though Mega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire are still awesome, there's something about Heart Gold and Soul Silver that has such a novelty to it. It's just so good. They're just some of the best games you'll ever come across ever. The Pokemon Company, don't know if they can top Gold and Silver. I still say Fire and Leaf Green are the best, but in one way they are, but in the other way of quality and just the sheer amount of things you can do, it has to be Gold and Silver and Heart Gold and Soul Silver. And then you got games like X and Y, which are amazing games. Love them. I think they're great. Love the soundtrack, love the story, love the 3D animations. The only thing I don't like is there's not much to do after you complete the main game. And Pokemon have been guilty of lack of content in post-game. They have been guilty of that, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Hopefully they can pull out all the stops. No, I have to say, well, okay, hopefully they can pull out all the stops in the next Pokemon game, which should be, I predict it can't do a remake really soon. I've made a video on that as well, if you want to check that out. But Oras, Alpha Sapphire and Mega Ruby, which has become the popular phrase, Oras. Sounds like something else. If you know what I'm saying. But Oras have really disappointed me. I really thought there'd be Battle Frontier, and then I do the silly Battle Chatelaine, this Battle Mason thing, which was okay. I'm not gonna complain. It was okay. And they did remake the music for the Battle Frontier brain, so clap to Nintendo for that. But apart from that, not really great, to be honest. The Battle Mason's okay, but as we saw from X and Y, it's not anything to keep you invested for a long time. Battle Frontier was great in Emerald. It's just so good post game. You want to play it all day. I still think it could be expanded. It's still not big enough for me, but it's so good. Why don't they do a Battle Frontier? They have to put it in the Kanto remakes. That's the only way I can think of that. It has to be in Kanto remakes. Maybe something's been announced when this episode's uploaded. I doubt it. I don't think they'll announce another Pokemon game for a few more weeks at least. Maybe until late April. I don't know. Drinking some water. Very nice. Water, guys, it's healthy. So this guy basically saying we're gonna skip her, whatever. It's really hard to get free victory. Well, it's hard to get to that point. Not many trainers can do it. FireRed and Leaf Green are hard enough in terms of difficulty wise, but they're not the hardest. The hardest is probably going to be Diamond and Pearl with that Cynthia. And Black and White were kind of hard. Gold and Silver were probably the hardest, I would say. And then when you got to the point of X and Y and Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, things started getting easy. Too easy for my liking, but you know what? Times are changing. Not enough time. Some people just don't have enough time to sit and play all day like that. And Nintendo have explained that, and I think it does make sense. This Snorlax is very powerful. Yes, I'm just super speeding here. So this is the last guy in our way, but he doesn't battle us. He's just sort of a congratulations sort of person. And I didn't realize that only one Pokemon can learn Double Edge. What he teaches you, so OP is powerful. OP should learn how to use Double Edge. So that's it, guys. We made it. We made it. Not just yet. There's still one puzzle to go. That is this. They look like sailor hats, these sort of platforms. Wrong way, son. Wrong way. Idiot. I never understood this. Surely why not walk through? I mean, it's not going to stop you for long. Maybe it's just for scenery, but it looks ugly. So it's the highest authority of the Pokemon League. Got Rhydon statues everywhere. If you watch my Pokemon Facts episode. So, champ in the making. We have our friend here, who follows us everywhere, which is not creepy at all. Oh, no, not this episode, guys. Buy some, stock up a bit. Don't have all the money in the world, but at least we can stock up on a few items here. You'll need everything you can buy, guys. The Elite Four are no slouch. They really aren't. Okay. So thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next part. It'll be exciting. Take on Elite Four.